Boom, boom, boom. Manchester United 3. Omonia 2. Really hard, unnecessary work that we had to perform today, but we got the job done. President Chad, Zaire, here on the United Hour with a match reaction. So, Manchester United 3-2 winners today in our third Europa Cup match, positioning us very strongly in this group. Zaire, talk to me. What is your initial reaction watching this game? Watching that game?
Unsatisfied and unhappy.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
The team did not do what I hoped the team would do. Yes, we can say we are thankful for 3 points, but I also believe, given what we faced at the weekend and trying to recover from that and set ourselves up going forward, today was more important about how we got the 3 points than just getting the 3 points. And that 3 points to me today was down purely to the fact of the gulf in quality between us and the opposing players. And that we had people on the bench that we could bring on who can create impacts like that. If we did not have those gentlemen on the bench, I do not think we were getting that 3 points today. Put it point blank, if the team that played the first half had played the entire second half, we were not winning that game.
Wow. I mean, the truth is, we did create some chances. We did dominate when we chose to play football, when we really played football. We did dominate the game. Shabaka is asking, good afternoon to Shabaka and everybody tuning in. Thoughts on Casemiro today? I would go first. Casemiro had a decent performance. Has he done enough to push Scott out? I would say no. However, I would expect to see Casemiro start against Everton. I think Ten Hag would want to see Casemiro in the Premier League. And if after 45 minutes he's not looking up to it, well, they pull him out and they put Scott in. But I think he's done enough to warrant a start on the weekend. What say you, Zahir? What you thought about Casemiro today?
I would agree with that. I would also add that given the gulf in experience of both players, whereas you would say Scott trumps him in terms of experience in the Premier League, I don't think there's a situation on a football field that would ever become new or strange to somebody like Casemiro with his international experience. So
Correct,
though
correct.
I don't expect him to go to any venue in England and be overawed by the size of the venue, by the opposing fans, or the quality of the
True,
opposition that he's facing.
true, true.
Right? As better as Scott has been, I don't want to say good, but as better as he has the potential for Scott to show up in a game and simply be overawed by the opposition and fold and lapse back into the Scott McTominay that you don't want to see anywhere near our starting 11. I don't think we'll have that problem with Casemiro, but he would need an extended run in the team. I don't think you're going to get the best out of
I
him
think,
if he has to keep wondering about if he's doing enough to keep his place.
and that is why I would start him against Everton. But if he doesn't perform well, I'm
I
sorry, I'm
agree.
dropping Casemiro one more time. One time you're going back on the bench
So
because you have
if
you
he
have
doesn't
to
perform
perform.
well, he gets another game. He gets the return leg against Omonia
Yes,
next week too.
we have the return leg against Omonia, so yes, correct is right.
So
Um,
and I don't think he should be subbed off though. Once his fitness can hold up, I want to see him run the 90 against Everton and run the 90 in the
I think
return leg against
it all
Omonia.
depends on how the game goes. It all depends if the game not if we losing, then yeah, I guess some. And we should not be losing against Everton. But let's focus. This is a match reaction. Let's focus on the match today. I agree. I was totally disappointed with our overall performance. This was after getting spanked by City. This was the game where we were supposed to go and spank another team. We get a team to beat up. We were supposed to go there. Ten Hag sent out a strong team. And the only people who he had people, a strong team with people who had stuff to prove in Casemiro and Ronaldo. Right? He made sure Bruno started. He made sure Ericsson started. He didn't put in these guys with a set of backbenchers to say, okay, well, they're not playing with the regular starting 11. He positioned these guys in a position to win and to play with the people they would regularly be playing with if they started in the Premier League. And we, as a team, failed. Yeah, we created a lot of chances, but we failed. We scored 3 goals when we should have scored 4, 5, 6. And I don't mean on the chances. I mean before the game started. That was supposed to be our objective. Let's go out there and spank these guys. Minimum 4 goals, guys. Minimum 4 goals. That should have been the mindset of this team. Minimum 4 goals. And my prediction was 4-0. You understand? We didn't get 4. We get 3. And they still scored 2 goals. You know, Malacia, second game in a row, looked like he wasn't up to the races in terms of being responsible for the goal, making the mistake. I personally think when Malacia is concerned, I would be surprised if he starts on the weekend. I think Shaw deserve a run as well. So not just Casemiro may deserve a run on Sunday, but Shaw as well, in my opinion. I can't see Ten Hag happy. Yes, we came back. Rashford seems like he's really, he's really up for it. Martial, that combination of Rashford and Martial coming together. We see that kind of preseason form. We get a glimpse of that now. And I think clearly those two with Sancho in the mix or Anthony, because out of the front three that started in the preseason, it looks to me like Sancho is the man who's going to be rocking bench. You understand what I'm saying? Rashford definitely going to play. Martial definitely going to play. And Anthony is definitely going to play because he seems to be, outside of those two, our most dangerous player. It is scary to me that Anthony, Cristiano Ronaldo, Bruno Fernandes, Sancho was on the pitch today. And during the time when all 4 of them was on the pitch, the only person that looked like they were serious about scoring was Anthony. That is crazy, but that's what it looked like to me. Right? He looked like the most dangerous person on the pitch, coming off of the wing. You understand what I'm saying? Coming off of the wing. He looked like the most dangerous player. So Sancho is the man who's going to be rocking bench. So Sancho better step up as well this weekend. So for me, I was disappointed with the overall performance. I'm sure Ten Hag was disappointed. I'm glad that we clawed our way back. But against this team, as you said, that in the Premier League is probably not even championship, probably League One. Right? This team is probably League One level. League Two, worse yet, League Two level. We shouldn't have had such a difficult time. So I know Ten Hag is not happy. And I can't see Ronaldo starting on the weekend. We cannot. Yes, guys, remember we have the show, the United Hour today at 6. So we're not going to go too in depth in talking about Ronaldo. But I can't not talk about Ronaldo in a match reaction. After a performance like that, after the chances that Ronaldo has had, everybody was trying to feed him. Everybody was trying to give him that goal. Everybody was supporting him. There was no selfish play today by anybody. What are your thoughts on Ronaldo's performance, bro?
Well, they sacrificed 2 clear goals at the end, trying to get him his 700 club goal. Right? There were almost 2 goals. Rashford could have finished with 4 in the end, trying to get Ronaldo's 700 goal. Now, on the one hand, that's good in that the team wants him to achieve something. Right? I'm seeing Martin saying back to winning ways is important. Yes, it's important. We will take the 3 points. We don't want to give it back to them. I think, like I was mentioning to you earlier, Cristiano, some of what he missed today, you can put down to the effects of other time. Right? The little bit of slowness that has gotten into him, the little bit of that cutting edge that he would have lost because he has gotten older and his reflexes are now not what they used to be. However, a couple of the chances he missed, I will still say it's down to him just not being 100% match sharp and match fit. The rust was clearly showing. Some of his angles for some of his shots, some of his directional play, definitely. Do I want to see him get more minutes? Yes. Because as good as Martial is looking, scoring 3 goals in 2 games back from injury, Anthony Martial is just a bad tackle or placing his foot badly on the field away from an injury that will lay him out for a while again.
Let me say this,
Mhm.
last year, Varane got a lot of injuries, right? I don't think there was, maybe there was only once he played 3 games in a row, right? Once last season, once, right? 2 games he down, 2 games he down. He missed a game, he missed 2 games. That's how it was whole season. This season, Varane played, I think it was 4 or 5 games in a row, right? So, and then his injury is small. We expect him back very soon. I don't think necessarily that Martial is injury prone or has suddenly become injury prone because he wasn't injury prone 2 seasons ago. I think sometimes when a team is going through a lot of adversity, and then he himself talk about playing under Ole and being rushed back and whatever, whatever. I think once this team continues to roll, clearly Martial wants to play and he wants to be in this team. I think he will do his best to stay fit and avoid unnecessary tackles and avoid silly injuries. So I'm not worried about Martial fitness unless I see over the course of the season he becomes a player that is injury prone. The beginning of the season seems a little iffy, but I don't believe Martial is an injury prone player. That has
What
not
might
been.
help us, what might help us with him too, is the French national team has a laundry list of injuries at the moment, and there is a World Cup just a little over a month away.
Well, I don't know. I was hoping that that would have motivated Sancho as well, because I think if you could perform in this Manchester United team, as Malacia has shown, as Anthony has shown, you are very capable of getting into the World Cup. It
No,
don't matter
Chad,
what.
you don't need to perform in this Manchester team, Chad. You need to sit on the bench, warm bench, and don't play, and you get carried out to play for England. And that is what Gareth Southgate has proven. He doesn't want performers from Manchester United. He wants their bench warmers. So if Sancho is on the bench, that might be his best chance of going to the World Cup.
Oh my goodness. Well, we
But
see.
we will fire more of those shots at 6 o'clock.
Yeah. We will see. We'll see. So that is our initial reaction. President Chad, Iman Zaire. We are not happy. We happy with the 3 points. We happy Manchester United won, but overall a poor performance by the team. You know, and just an upsetting performance. This was a game. I sat down with my popcorn in front of the TV. A wet day. Yesterday was a day of floods all over the nation. 2 people missing. You tell yourself, well, yeah, boy, Manchester United is going to make today a happy day. And you watch a performance like that, and it's like, but we happy for the 3 points. And later we're going to really dissect Cristiano Ronaldo's performance. So, guys, remember to tune in 6 to 7 every Thursday for the United Hour. This is President Chad and the man Zaire saying, Red Devils don't die. We multiply. So, see you guys later.